gosh, it ain't right. Welcome to episode 12 of the 2025 season. And you call that targeting? My gosh. We got a little bit to talk about this week. Not much because, my goodness, this week of football sucks pure dimples. My goodness, we struggled just to find 3 games in the top 25. Nothing but pure garbage. But I'm here with my co-host, Mike Roch Burns, Earl Maynard, and we're in the Truck Burns studio. And speaking of Truck Burns, I got an email this morning from the CEO, Jared Gemhauser. And he said we are going to stop with the Truck Burns AI predictor because they're losing business because the predictor sucks so much nipple that they've been losing business. The score predictions are garbage. Most of the time it can't predict who's going to win. And Truck Burns is not very happy with the product, and with Jared Gemhauser being the new CEO, he's not having it. So he sent us an email and said we can, still do our game of the week, but the Truck Burns AI predictor is nothing but pure garbage. And so we're tossing that out this week. So that's why we didn't put out a prediction this week. But anyways, we'll try to predict it the best we can because, hey, we kind of know what we're talking about down here. But anyway, speaking of talking about stuff, let's get into breaking news this past week. Hugh Freeze, Auburn's head coach, gets absolutely fired. Let me crack a cold one for this one. Psst. Crack open that Coke Zero. Man, get a nice foamy swig. Hugh Freeze sucks. My goodness, he's just nothing but pure tits. And last night, so we're recording this on a Friday night. Normally I would record on Thursday night, but we went to a high school football game last night. And I saw a woman walking with a shirt, an Auburn shirt that said, "Fear the Freeze." My goodness, I guess she was trying to get her money's worth of buying that shirt from Walmart or wherever the garbage she got it. Because Hugh Freeze sucks pure garbage. And it's probably a good thing he's getting fired. But here's the thing, so many coaches are getting fired. Where are they going to get coaches? Auburn's expecting to get the biggest name. But then you got teams like LSU, right? You're probably going to have teams like Florida State and Clemson here soon because they suck pure garbage. You got Florida looking for a head coach. You got Penn State looking for a head coach. Where are all these head coaches going to come from? Somebody's going to have to take a chance on somebody young and that hasn't really proven themselves as a big-time coach. And I guarantee you that's probably the better way. Because everybody's wanting the big names. Everybody's wanting, Lane Kiffin to leave Ole Miss. Or everybody's wanting John Gruden to come out of retirement and coach them. I just don't see those working. I think you're better off finding some young, fiery coach that's took a trash team, in FCS or something, and has turned them into a good team. I think you're better off taking a chance with somebody like that, but I don't know. Coaching carousel is going to be absolutely fun to watch this off-season or towards the end of this season when some people start getting hired. But let's move into the recap of this past week, and we had Cincinnati and Utah. I was dumb enough to pick Cincinnati, and I even said my gut's telling me Utah, but I went with Cincinnati. Utah whips tits in that game. My goodness, 45-14. And then we had Oklahoma, Tennessee. We all picked Tennessee, and we all look like a bunch of idiots. A bunch of idiots. I didn't say that right. Because Oklahoma wins 33-27. And then me and Mike picked Vanderbilt to beat Texas because we believed in their quarterback. And Texas ends up winning 34-31. So I did not score a single point this week. And that sucks. Because now I'm letting Earl back in it. He scored 4 points. He's got 42. I got 49. And Mike only gained 1 point. He's still at 25, like nothing but pure garbage. But anyways, that is the points. Let's give away some awards. Starting with my team of the week, I'm going to give it to Utah. My goodness, I just talked about them blowing out Cincinnati. 45-14. Great job, Utah. And you deserve my team of the week, so congratulations. Let's move on to some trash because we got a good bit of it. Starting with Central Florida gets their tits blown completely back by Baylor. 30-3. Baylor's just a pretty mediocre team. And Central Florida's a mediocre team, but I mean, my goodness, what a blowout. Next trash team, I gotta give it to Wake Forest because they lost to a trash team. And they lost bad. 42-7 against Florida State. That's nothing but pure garbage. The Wake Forest needs to wake up. I like what I did there. Anyways, moving on to Arizona, Colorado. Colorado sucks. They lose 52-17. My goodness, I love how trash Colorado is. That'll probably be another job opening because I can bet you Coach Prime's ready to get out of there. Next trash team, I'm going to give it to Clemson. My goodness, they are 3-5. Nothing but pure garbage. They lose to Duke 46-45 and let me get another swig of Coke Zero. Man, I love a Coke Zero. Next trash team, Georgia Tech. My goodness, they were undefeated, ranked 8th. They lose to North Carolina State 48-36. Nothing but garbage. Georgia Tech, I guess they still got a chance to make the playoff. But now they're kind of in must-win territory. And speaking of must-win territory, Miami loses to SMU 26-20. And Carson Beck threw another garbage interception in overtime to blow that game. What a pure garbage team they've turned into. They went from national championship worthy team to nothing but pure garbage, and now they're just fighting for a chance to make it to the college football playoff, and it's not looking good for them. Next trash team, we've already talked about them. Cincinnati getting blown out by Utah 45-14. But now it's time for my absolute trash team of the week. My absolute trash team of the week, I'm going to give it to the Auburn absolute flipping garbage Tigers. My goodness, they lose to crap Kentucky 10-3. I mean, that's all Auburn could put up. I mean, Hugh Freeze is supposed to be an offensive-minded coach. They even tried multiple quarterbacks in this game, and that's all you could get was 3 points. My goodness, what a lousy piece of garbage team. Congratulations to Auburn for being nothing but pure trash. But let's move on to questions. First question is going to be from Body Like a Dirt Road. It says, Sasha, I know you're in deep love with Tig's mom, but do y'all have normal relationship struggles? And then it says, same question for Earl, not bothering with Mike. We know he is either swinging another way or he's just so ugly he can't get a woman. But the question is, does your wife gripe about how messy you leave your side of the sink when you have one little beard hair on it, but her side is littered with beauty products and curling irons? I'm just going to get this out there. Me and Tig's mom's relationship is perfect. She's an angel. Nothing but pure angelness is what, our relationship is. And the only problem we have is with her son, and my stepson is nothing but a pure idiot moron. My goodness, I can't stand him. And, he's the only thing that causes us problems. But I get what you're saying. Women are a little two-faced, to be honest with you. They'll, they gripe and complain about things and then get mad when you do one little thing. But then, I don't know. It's like they think they're perfect and everything you do is wrong. And you'll never be right. That's just, what I've gathered from my buddies. You just got to take the good with the bad and just pretty much you got to just get used to you apologizing and say, look, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Even though it's not true, you're not an idiot. And, you're worth something, man. You're worth something. But women will make you feel like absolute trash. But I'm lucky to have Tig's mom, who's nothing but perfection. So, thanks for your question, though. Earl, how about you answer the man?
Yeah, I guess the question was something about, do we have, relationship struggles? And Me and Franny, we have our arguments. Like we had the argument the other day about me eating beef jerky for dinner, and she made meatloaf, and but I had it for lunch the next day, and it was fine, and she got over it. And I can tell you this: never tell a woman to get over it, because I had to learn, the hard way that doesn't work. But like Sasha said, you got to take the good with the bad if you want to be in a relationship. And I like being in a relationship because, it's nice to have somebody with big knockers in my life. And, I like talking and stuff to her too, but, it's hard to beat the knockers. And, so that's great, and you got to take, you got to argue sometimes. And even the closest of people will have arguments, and I'd say, it's definitely normal. But just keep doing what you're doing, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. And if she wants to complain about your beard hair, just let her. Because, try to picture life without her. Because I know life without Franny would be like almost, life without knockers. And that's just not a life I want to live. So.
Hold on, I'm gonna jump in right here because the guy said that I might be swinging the other way, or that I'm so ugly I can't get a woman. I'm married with kids. Like I have a beautiful wife. I have amazing kids. I have a amazing life at home, but nobody wants to ask me for advice. I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't care either way about giving advice or not, or whatever. But I mean, like I don't want people having the wrong idea about me.
Well, Mike, I think that's too late because, my goodness, you're nothing but pure garbage, and people probably do think you swing the other way, but whatever. Let's move on to the next question. It is from Goon Giggles. It says, "Hey, Sasha, I need some advice. I have a cousin who is learning the bass guitar, and he doesn't have an amp. So I told him he could borrow mine so he could play a song at church with his aunt. He stayed the night with her Saturday to practice the song for Sunday, and when he arrived Sunday with his bass guitar in hand, it dawned on me that I forgot to bring my amp. He was devastated, and I'm not sure if he'll ever forgive me." Well, Goon Giggles, I wouldn't blame him if he never forgives you because you gave him your word. You gave your cousin your word that you would bring an amp for him to play, and I'm sure he worked really hard on this song. And he was excited to show up at church and play this song, and you let him down. It's just nothing but pure garbage. And you should really be ashamed of yourself. And I hate to kick a man when he's down, because I know you already feel bad about it. But I mean, I think it's pure garbage. And I think you need to give him some time. And, he may never forgive you for this, but I hope that you can stay friends over this. But next time, make sure you keep your word and bring your amp. That is nothing but pure garbage. But anyways, let's move on to week 11 picks. It's just a crap week for college football. I mean, my goodness. And this is how you know it's crap. When this first game that we're going to pick is Tulane at Memphis. Memphis is ranked 22nd in the nation. They're 8-1. Tulane is 6-2. Memphis is at home, so I'm going to take Memphis.
I'm going to agree with you, Sasha. I'm going to go with the home team, and I'm going to take the Memphis Tigers.
I really couldn't believe we're even picking this game. That tells you how bad of a week of football it is. I might not even watch much football. Probably go shopping with Franny or something. But I like the Green Wave because they're called the Green Wave, so I'll pick the Green Wave.
All right, next game is a top 25 matchup. Number 3, Texas A&M at number 19, Missouri. A lot of people have this on their upset watch. I'm not going with the upset. I think Texas A&M's a dang good football team, and I think they're going to stay undefeated. I'll take the Aggies.
I love the pick. I love the confidence. I'm with you. I don't think the upset's going to happen. I'm going to take Texas A&M.
I like it. I'm going to go with A&M as well. I think they're a tough team. Nobody at the beginning of the season thought this team was going to be undefeated at this point, and they just, they just keep clawing their way to just winning games. And I love Texas and barbecue and cowboy boots and all that good stuff. And I'm just a fan of Texas A&M. At this point in the season, I hope they go undefeated, and I hope they whip up on Ohio State, because I'm sick of Ohio State being the number one team in the nation, and they hadn't even played anybody. It's nothing but just what what a wimpy schedule. And man, I would love to just punch Ryan Day in the face, because man, he's ugly and stupid and hate Ohio State. I don't know how I got on Ohio State talking about Texas A&M, but I'm going to pick Texas A&M.
All right, well, that's dangerous because we all picked Texas A&M, which probably means Missouri's going to win that game. My goodness. Anyways, in our game of the week, I guess it's pretty good because it's 2 top 10 teams playing, but it's BYU, 8-0, ranked 8th in the nation, and they're going up against number 9 Texas Tech, who has 1 loss. Give me the White Kids. Give me BYU. I want to see them go, or I want to see them stay undefeated. So I'm just going to pick them. Maybe I think Texas Tech's going to win this game, but I'm picking BYU because I want to cheer for them. Let's go. BYU. What are they even called? The Cougars? I don't even know. My goodness. They're just the White Kids to me.
I can confirm they are the Cougars, and we know how much you like Cougars, Sasha. But speaking of the Cougars, though, I'm going to say the Cougars are going to lose this game because I am taking Texas Tech. I think it's kind of a fluke that they even lost the game because they're a really good team. They're pretty complete. They got a great offense, great defense. They're playing at home. I'm going to take Texas Tech.
Yeah, I love Cougars because, ask your mom how it went last night.
Well, how would Tig's mom feel about that joke?
She'd probably feel like it's just a joke, you idiot.
Oh, so I'm an idiot when you're calling out my mom. I don't understand why you even have to make that joke.
I called out your mom because you said I like Cougars. I don't understand. You're the one that started.
I said you like Cougars because you don't know how old Tig's mom is.
Tig's mom's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
Well, my
goodness.
Man.
I don't care about her age. She's perfect.
Well, good for you.
Man.
I'm going to take Texas Tech to win the game.
God.
Man, I had to jump in there and match y'all's energy. But yeah, I'll take Texas Tech, and I don't know why, really. I'm kind of with Sasha. I'd like to see BYU win, but I'll take Texas Tech.
Yeah, well, good for you, Earl. My goodness. What a way to just crap on this show in the last few minutes of it. Mike, of course, had to ruin it.
Oh, I did. Okay, yeah.
Suck my nipples. My goodness. Anyways, we'll see you next week.